Alright y'all, welcome back to another video here. Standing in front of the black sheep. You guys know we're talking about Junkyard LS engines. This behind me here, hold on, where am I? I'm pointing, like, this thing right here behind me is not your Junkyard LS setup, but what I'm about to tell you here, this is a perfect example of, and I'm going to apply it to the Junkyard LS stuff. So what we have going on here, when we're talking about turbo applications and horsepower, pretty much, your turbo is going to dictate your horsepower. How strong your engine's built is going to tell you how long it's going to hold on for. So you see these Junkyard LS guys, I've done it before, do my 1,000 horsepower builds, 1,000 horsepower for $1,000. I'll title this video as 1,000 horsepower Junkyard LS build. This right here is kind of like my ideal budget LS build. It's a 6 liter. I'm going to put an oil pump, a good oil pump in it, a good camshaft in there, LS7 lifters, push rods, valve springs. We're going to go over all of that. But this is what I want to say, because a lot of people in the comments, the first thing they do is like, man, that thing's not 1,000 horsepower. Man, you can't do that. When it comes to power adder stuff, not nitrous. Nitrous is very hard on parts. But as far as blowers and turbos, when you're talking about horsepower, you're pretty much talking about the capability of your turbo or your blower. So this turbo right here, we made 2,200 horsepower with. I mean, we made probably more than that down track, but on a dyno, we made right at 2,100. Down track, we probably made like 2,300 to 2,400 horsepower at the ground, okay? If I put that on a Junkyard 6 liter and I can get it spooled up, it'll make that same amount of horsepower. It will make that horsepower all day long, but it might blow the back out of that motor first lick. It might blow the back out of that motor at 1,200 horsepower. The only difference is how well the motor's built is how long it's going to hang around. When you're talking about horsepower on turbo or blower applications, you're solely talking about the capability of your power adder, and then your motor's just there to hang on. So when people build a badass motor, like a badass turbo motor, it's filled with good parts that can just handle the abuse. Now, you can build, like, the motor that we put in here, if I put a 72mm turbo on it, it's not going to make 2,000 horsepower. It's only going to make whatever that turbo's capabilities are. So that's what you guys need to know. So going in here, we're talking about the Ranger. We pulled the old engine out of it. It's got, the lifters are stuck in it, which is the first concerning thing. So here's the old motor. This is a 5.3. So it's stock bottom, true stock bottom end, factory lifters. Someone put head gaskets on it at one point before. So I mean, that's kind of weird. I mean, it's not kind of weird. Guys do it, but the nature of the swap, when I got the truck was already swapped. It's got like truck motor mounts that are really just welded on there. So I wouldn't expect them to really be doing, like, I mean, look, they put a rear cover on. Oh, I think we put a rear cover on that. Yeah, we did put a rear cover on that. So they did not do that. So I mean, they skipped a lot of steps that I would have done doing the swap, but clearly they were on a little bit tighter budget than I would be. Generally, when I do a swap, a Junkyard build, it's stock bottom end, but I dress up everything else somewhat nice. So this one right here, they still had the factory lifters in there, and they're all stuck. They're not coming out. So we're just going to leave them in there. I mean, I think they're just that wore out. So let's talk about the parts that we got over here. So first of all, I'm reusing the copper exhaust gaskets from the black sheep because there's like a national shortage for exhaust gaskets, and I can't get any. So I figure the black sheep exhaust gaskets are these, like, I don't even know what company they are, but they're pretty nice. They're copper. They're definitely overkill for this application. So let's talk about the setup on this. We got some LS9 head gaskets. So we're going to do the LS9 head gaskets, ARP head studs, LS7 lifters. We're going to do I'm going to see if I can get the Melon oil pump to work. I got the old Melon oil pump out of the black sheep when it blew up. Right now it's seized up, but I'm going to open it up and see if I can free it up and just get to, like, crank over. And hopefully it creates oil pressure, but that's the plan. So Melon oil pump. I'm going to use the cam gear and timing chain off of that motor. I'm going to put it on here. Then we're going to, I got a good cam retainer plate for this, so I'm not worried about that. That should work. Here are all of our head bolts. We're going to put a T-Cam Performance lamb cam in there. So if you guys are familiar with the channel, you know that this is like the baby black sheep cam. The black sheep was that Grand National we were talking about. It makes like, now, I mean, probably makes like 2,400 to the ground all day long, because it's got a stout motor behind it. But the lamb cam is an absolutely massive hydraulic roller camshaft, or sorry, the black sheep cam is an absolutely massive hydraulic roller camshaft. The lamb cam is a very big hydraulic roller camshaft, but this one's set up more for what we're doing here, where we're going to use, you know, standard, nothing crazy push rod wise, pretty standard style rockers. We're not even running a trunnion upgrade in these. So maybe I'll switch over. I think I have some here that do have a trunnion upgrade. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look around. That's what we got going on. Lamb cam, new oil pump, cam gear, timing chain, 7400 push rods. We're going to swap the springs from these heads to these 706 heads I got. Hopefully trying to bump the compression up a little bit. Maybe not the smartest idea because we are staying on pump gas, but we do have meth injection, so that's kind of where I'm going. We're going to put a new rear cover gasket on there, new water pump gaskets, front cover gasket, front seal. So it should seal up nice. Got a new oil pan gasket running the truck oil pan. This is kind of like my ideal way to do a junkyard build. Obviously, untouched bottom end, not putting rod bolts in there, not messing with the bearings. I'm leaving these in there. I'm not cracking them or doing anything like that. So nice camshaft push rod valve springs. And honestly, being that's a 6 liter, being we got meth injection, and the way I do meth injection, like on this application, is I'm going to turn the damn meth all the way up. So it's getting as much meth in there as possible. And then, I mean, that's just kind of how we do it. Honestly, I think if that turbo will make it on probably 30 pounds, we could probably get close to 1,000 horsepower, if not 1,000. So, oh, brother, there's oil going everywhere. You got it right in the bucket. That's nice. Oh, yes. Very good, Logan.
Well, we gotta get off the stand and pull your rear main off.
Yeah, I do need that rear main. We just put that one on. So, this thing looks good. You guys remember, I'll link the video, but we got this one from my buddy Zach, who does storm work for me. He absolutely beat me over the head with this motor. I paid way too much for it. It was the nastiest motor ever had, but it's ready to get its call into action today. Logan and I are going to get it put together, and then we're going to get it stuffed in the truck, and we're hoping to have it...
Bottom end over, it all looked good.
Does it turn over good?
Yeah, it turns over really good now.
Because I know for a while it didn't turn over good.
It didn't turn over at all.
This one right here is literally the most concerning I've seen with, like, everyone's like, oh, it's still got damn cross hatching on the cylinder walls. This one doesn't, okay? So we're hoping this one's nice and loose because we're not gapping any rings. We're just gapping fools. And we got sprayed down at WD-40 so it don't rust. We're going to stick our camshaft lifters in there. Lifters are soaking. We got a set of LS7 lifters. Put the factory lifter trays back in there. Look at those guys. And we should be good to go. So we'll get some videoing of putting this thing together. I just wanted to explain to you guys how the turbo stuff works when we're talking about horsepower application, because a lot of guys just like freak out and they're like, man, that motor will never make 1,000 horsepower. Well, the motor doesn't really like make it, just hangs on. So with the turbo, that's a Force Inductions 78. Yeah, turn it over. Oh, look at that. I think a Force Induction 78 with a lot of meth pumping through this thing can make 1,000 horsepower all day long. So that's what we're going to shoot for. We're going to turn it up, have some fun, and that poor Summit converter is going to be hanging on there, huh?
That Summit converter is about to be the MVP.
It's about to be the MVP. All right, we got the other block on the little dolly here. This thing is now in retirement. Oh, we need to get our sensors off this. We need to get our cam sensor. I completely forgot about that. We almost gave it away too soon. Clean up the deck surface. The old razor blade out here. Got to do this side as well. This is a very important part of getting it together, is cleaning off the deck. So I'm going to grab a razor blade and help Logan out. We scraped off most of the junk. Joey's got a rubber wheel. Everyone at home's freaking out because they think it's a Scotch-Brite pad. Just cleaning up the deck surface. That's not really taking any meat off of it. Taking all the junk off it. So the ideal surface would be perfectly flat so the head can clamp right on there nice. We were going to switch to 706 heads, but I don't have any more valve seals, so yeah. Gonna leave these heads together, slap it on there, about to throw the cam in there. Are you ready to get lamb camming? Cam lambing? You tell them where they can get it? Where can they get it?
All 2 Performance.
Why? Joey put the same exact marks on this block as the Black Sheep block in the CNC.
Yeah, right.
It's identical to it. with every lamb cam.
John Darty back at it again with the cam install.
We got the deck surface cleaned off, so we just got to keep note that driver side, Joey, the CNC of Joey, did this, the sweet marks. Ben did this side, so whichever one blows the head gasket first, it's going back on them. You hear that, Ben? I heard. All right. Are you happy with your finish?
Joey got his favorite side, the driver's side.
All right, so we're in the process. We're making good progress here building. I said this is our 1,000 horsepower stock bottom end 6-liter build.
On 93?
On 93 with Met. First thing we're installing a camshaft is a lot of lube. Where's the lube at? Right there. By the way, we are now the loudest shop in North Carolina. Everyone's got the non-impact with no mufflers on.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at him. All right. Logan already did some pre-lubrication on the block. I've never slid a lamb cam in there before. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Go ahead, stick it.
I was saying a little premature, but. Oh, first of all, let's look at the cam bearings on this thing. Only half gold, so we're good. Kevin, oh my God, look at this one. Shine the light on that cam bearing. It's alright. It's alright. Ignorance is bliss. Kevin's at the shop right now, just cringing. Lamb cam.
Probably just threw his computer on the bed.
300,000 mile cam bearings. Alright, let me get a long ass screwdriver.
This cam install looks like a Tupac murder scene.
Going in there.
Inside the BMW.
Looks like a lot of heavy flow.
Hold on, wait, didn't Biggie die inside the BMW?
One of them did.
Wow.
Looks like a lot
I know both of them did, I think.
a lot of heavy flow. Oof. Does this have all the cam bearings still in it? Oh, we're good. I'm worried. This is the motor that Zach sold us. It's a total piece of crap, but
The cam install
Shine
is
that light
going
down in there for me.
a whole lot smoother than other ones.
hey, give me some guidance. Guide the back end. Guide the tail end for me.
Make sure you shove it in all the way.
You got the tail?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Boy,
Like a dream.
lamb cam install. High five.
Did you just give birth?
All right, camshaft's in. We're gonna do it the sloppy way. We're gonna use the cam gear and timing chain off this motor and put it on this one. No chain tensioners. Or like, if you're running a chain tensioner on your LS,
Wow. Mine's came with one.
Ben, you not agree?
What?
Chain tensioners are for total turkeys.
Yeah.
He said it. Not me.
Mine still works, so.
No, you can't.
That bitch has got ball holes right there, bro.
That's just a damn.
All right.
Oh, you talking about the other
Oh,
one.
wait.
Look at, dude. I don't know. That's a lot of
That's
slop.
a lot of play, bro.
That's a lot of slop. Maybe
That's almost a half a degree of time.
That's good.
it's self-advances timing
Yeah.
And retards.
and
That's a
retards.
Honda.
We should probably look and see if we have another one. You got another one? That's a lie.
I might
I
have one.
really don't.
Joey's like bottom drawer of my
Well,
box.
I probably do have a new one, but I'm gonna need it. replace.
Wow, look at you holding out, telling me you don't, knowing you got one. Look at that, Phil. No, I want Phil's, because Phil's saying this. I'm gonna make you wait like a month to replace it. Folks at home, let's just take a second here and look at Phil at work in sandals, not even wearing socks. All right, guys, so when installing the camshaft, we've gone over this a million times. Dot on the crank sprocket, dot on the cam sprocket.
Don't put that rope up on there.
Yeah, we're gonna try it.
Why?
Because I already had a bad experience with a 10 to whatever the hell that is.
A 10295?
Yeah, I had 2 bad experiences with
Yeah,
it.
try to spin it.
The plunger would just get stuck in it.
And then it just, no oil pressure?
Yeah, I mean, it'll either, yeah, it'll just have no oil pressure.
Right. All right, here are options for oil pump. Wait, was there a lot of metal in the bottom of this one?
Yeah.
In the pan?
Yeah.
Like metal as in bearing material?
I didn't pull the rod bearing, but
Like,
I bet you there was a ball of shit on the bottom of the drain plug that big.
stop it.
Swear.
When's the last time we did an oil change?
Never. It changes its own oil. Hey,
Oh, I
man,
forgot.
What pump is this?
One of them is like straight China.
Look, that bitch has got, if not more.
What?
Man, is it the
Nah, this got less.
Shit, man.
Bo, hey.
Bo?
That's
Is it the sprocket? Do we need to change sprockets? Maybe this one's worn down.
Probably.
Nothing like. What's up with the bearing on that one?
4-hole. That's for.
It doesn't matter what pole on this because it picks up the cam in the back. Should we do that chain combo and then we can give Phil his BS chain back? That's too big.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's not too big. Because
Take your
we definitely
chain.
Worked on them.
Take your chain back.
Brand new.
This is full China because this is a budget build, so this is what we're sticking.
I don't trust the China oil pump. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't.
I would definitely run this one.
Which one?
This one.
Why?
Well, that one ain't gonna move anyways.
Dude, that one just needs to be opened up and there's metal in it. It needs to be cleaned out.
It came out of black sheep.
Throw it in the trash.
Sammy said that if we just put it on there, it'd self-clearance itself.
He did say that.
The motor's gonna self-clearance itself too. Once it locks up and hangs a rod.
Wow. You and your negative ass.
You know what? I'm just gonna go back over here. Park that.
It's alright. OSHA's watching, Phil. You and your damn toes sticking out. World's first. We got a world's first here. We have the world's first LS with a lowered cam location. The lowered cam location. Generally, they raise them up. This one's lowered. Look how sloppy that thing is. Honestly, I'm fine with it. I don't have a worry in the world.
Dang, that one's just as bad.
That's new cam gear. That one might be, that's not as bad, I don't think.
No, it's a little bit tighter, but still.
And we are dot to dot, so we are in time. We're good to go. I'm cool with that. I'm 100% cool with that. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm cool with that. All right. All right, we have our lamb cam professionally installed. We are dot to dot, so it is in time. We got our oil pump on there, and we're looking good. We're looking really good. We'll put the front cover on it, and then we'll put the heads on it. And then an oil pan, and rear cover. I mean, I'd say within the next hour, we're going to be complete, ready to drop in. Is this going to make 1,000 horsepower, yes or no?
Close.
Ben, should we put it on the dyno, you think? All right, there's your answer, folks.
I think the 400 is going to like it.
The 400, I've never doubted it before, and it's never let us down. Those are big facts. Those are big facts. Are they not facts? The 400 has never failed us. Burnout ripping machine, Summit converter, holding in. All right, putting the dowels in. Everything's looking good. Oil pumps on there. God, whoever wins this truck, if I do give it away, I'm still up in the air. What do you think? Should I give it away?
I don't know.
You're attached to it.
I think if you decide to give it away, you should give an option.
An option for what?
I don't know yet.
We have a badass chopper over there. Should we do an options giveaway?
I think so.
Where you could win the Ranger, or you can win this badass chopper that's literally 10 miles long and stretched out and chrome and custom paint? I don't know. I still need you guys to comment and vote below what you guys think, if we should give it away or not. Because I don't know. I feel like
We've thoroughly enjoyed it. So
I've enjoyed it way too much, and I feel like I'm disrespecting the cow. Because I'm not even worried about it sitting there with the lines sticking out the window and shit. But
well, it's not our fault. We're waiting.
we're waiting on some parts. All right. Yeah, we can slap the heads on. Ben, talk to us about copper spray on head gaskets. We use copper head gaskets, but what about copper spray? Does it do anything, yes or no?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Sticks.
Better seal.
Anything's better than nothing.
So we're running, because there's a 6 liter, right, 6.0, we're going to run the LS9, so they're the 6.2, 6.0 head gaskets. If you're running a 5.3, I don't recommend running these. You can run these, but I don't recommend it. They make a 5.3, 5.7 multi-layer head gasket, which I would recommend if you are a 5.3, but because we're on a 6 liter platform, we're going to run these LS9 head gaskets, what we run on the cow. It's a good head gasket. Really got no complaints with it.
All right, Ben.
You want to show them how it's done?
Phil's minor irregularities.
Ooh, look at who's it made by? Our people at Permatex. Oh, there it is.
Now it's starting to fix something.
There it is. It is literally turning into a copper head gasket. I love it. Is this the secret to making all the horsepower?
That's it.
All right, we got one faux copper head gasket. All right, Ben's getting the second one all sprayed. I just wiped down the deck with brake clean, make sure it's dry. There's no grease or imperfections on it. It feels really good. It feels really smooth. Logan's over here cleaning up the head, trying to make sure it's flat. All right, got our fake copper head gaskets on there. Got one head ready. Logan's cleaning up the gunk off the other one. Don't recommend using any air tools like that on cylinder heads, but hey, when in Rome, right? Ready to roll? You gonna place it on there to make it 1,000 horsepower? Oh, hold on, let me wipe that down for you. We're leaking here. We're leaking. We want all the seal. These poor valves are about to see some things that they don't want to see. Oh! We hammered this. Logan, how long do you think we would put this motor together?
Probably 20 minutes, 25
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been coming together quick. The three of us working on it. The stock stuff goes on very easy. Oh God, you scared the hell out of me there, Logan. Prefer to have trunnion upgrade on it, but I don't have any rockers here that have the trunnion upgrade on it right now. Slap the windage tray and pickup tube on it, and oil pan. And it's ready to go back in the Ranger. God, look how tiny that intercooler is. That's honestly a shame. But, yeah, I mean, we're just plugging away here. Everything seems to be good. One thing we do have to do, we'll put the valve covers on it, and then we'll clean up these exhaust gaskets, because they got to be cleaned for the copper ones to go on there. And this side, yeah, Logan already got this side. Looks very good. And we got to get ready to put those stock manifolds back on there and let it rip. Hopefully this one stays together and it lives a longer life than the last one, but you never know with this junkyard stuff. All right, y'all, we got her back together. It only goes one way. Our damn engine stands around here. Look at that thing. That's just a fine looking piece of GM performance. What do you think, Phil?
Looks like it's RTV.
Huh?
Looks like it's RTV.
What?
Ready to blow.
Wow. Wow. Not yet. Not in my hands if I give it away. Someone...
Wait. Did he just say something won't blow up in his hands?
I'm not saying that, because these hands have done a lot.
You wear the Infinity Gauntlet all the time.
I touch things. I point. You break.
Hey, you don't know what did break under his power though?
What?
Freaking Meatloaf.
Meatloaf's the only car to conquer me. I was conquered by
You
Meatloaf.
know why?
Why?
We're tough, baby.
Oh my God! Why? 'Cause it's like a 302 TBI. That's why. Made like it made like
that
7.
motor could have been the fastest stock model men car.
We'll never know.
We'll never know though.
We'll never. All I know is when that thing made a dyno pole and sparks started coming out the bottom, I knew I'd done my job. So we got the 6-liter together. It's a pretty, like I said to you, it's a pretty decent build for a junkyard build. It's got a nice cam in there, stock rockers, 660 springs, 7400 push rods, lamb cam. It's got a new oil pump on there. I went back with a truck pan, windage tray pickup tube. So it's pretty like stock style configuration. Swap wise, it's pretty simple. But I'm ready to hear. Are you ready to hear the lamb cam thump?
Yeah, so I can know if I'm going to make this purchase or not.
Oh, you're relying on this?
Yeah.
Hey, where are you going to go to get the lamb cam?
TKL.
My man. All right, so that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to send it. 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower. Pin the gate shut. It's a force induction 78. That was like a 270 or like an outlaw real street turbo.
It's going to need like 37 pounds of boost in it.
It's a 6-liter, Bo. I know you're stuck in that 5.3. Say it again. 1,000 horsepower.
I don't know about the intercooler though.
No, the intercooler is a weakness.
The intercooler looks like a radiator right now. Like a very small radiator.
But we're gonna give it a try here. For those of you guys at home want to build a 1,000 horsepower LS, I gave you the recipe. Just do it. Maybe go for like an 85 millimeter turbo, maybe 88.
And take your attempts 250.
Meth injection.
If that thing had a T6 flange on it, we could have threw my 88 on it, but
We don't want that. We got that force induction 78, and that thing's a mean old girl.
You ever saw that other shit?
Huh?
That came off of what's that other turret that's outside? The clapper?
What about
Eddie
it?
Murphy.
What about it?
Did you ever sell that turret kit?
No. Yes.
Oh.
It's gone. So. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up. That's on there. What the heck? If that's not concerning... Oh, smoked. All it's got to do is go in one more time. All it's got to do... That is not a good sign. Bro, look at the bolt.
We're going to weld the crank bolt to the crank.
Hey, tell me to do that.
Not a good sign.
I'm not gonna lie, my crank bolt is kind of like this.
Look at this.
I have an ARP bolt that I had to cut to make it work in my
It's all right. That's going to wrap it up, guys. Be sure to check out tomorrow's video. We're going to put it in the truck in tomorrow's video and fire it up and listen to the lamb cam for the first time. Shout out to Joey, Logan, Phil, Ben, everyone here helping out. Stumpy's over there pretending to do some work. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
If you understand, you know.